All right, guys. All right, what's up, everybody? We're back, episode 3, with
Yeah.
our. Well, we don't even know if it's a podcast still. We still don't know what we're doing, if it's a podcast or whatever. But yeah, episode 3. No guest today. Or no guest this week. Hopefully though, we have a guest coming in next
Yeah.
episode. We
Mhm.
have some people planned, or some people, yeah, in our mind, however you say it. But so today it's just the original 3. There's me, James, and Ben.
What it do?
What's up?
Yeah. So
Follow us on Twitter.
yeah, yeah. Check
Facts.
our
Plug
Twitters.
Twitter.
Our Twitters are right up on the screen or in the description. Go check them out. But
Drop a follow. I'm at like 199 followers. Give me the 200 things.
but this
All right,
pod.
everyone unfollow.
I should check the exact number.
Yeah, but this one's like no topic. We have nothing planned. Can be almost like 100% improvised. Whatever we talk
Yeah,
about.
that's the way to do it, to be honest.
So yeah, 100%.
Boys, I'm losing more followers. I'm at 198 now.
Damn.
198.
Yeah.
I don't even have 100 yet.
Go check out my pin tweet. Still from the last. It's almost 4 years old now.
Is it the basketball one?
Yeah, it's the half-court shots.
4
give my
years.
pin
4
tweet a like.
years.
It's 3.5 because I was junior year of high
Fuck.
school.
It's still 3.5 years. Jesus.
That was junior year of high school. Holy fuck.
Fuck's sake.
I mean, you love to see it. But
Yeah, I'm still at 94 followers, so let's get that to 100, guys. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Come on, Joe.
The problem is I'm at like 160, so I'd have like no goal. Like you guys are close.
169.
Well, yeah, there you go. 169. Let's go.
Well, we need just 9 more people. Come on, go get them. Go follow them.
Any people.
Any followers?
Yeah.
I guess one thing, I mean, like, I know I just said we have nothing planned, but there's one thing that I really wanted to talk about, and that was the new Tiger King documentary series that's on Netflix. I'm sure if you've definitely at least heard of it by now if you haven't even watched it yet.
I haven't watched it,
But,
but I started to watch. I've seen the first episode.
The first episode. Oh, you're not even
Nah.
close to the
I know.
parts.
Okay, no, okay, but before we like get into details, I'm just gonna straight out and say I hated it. I hate it. I don't like it.
You hate the documentary.
I hated it. Like I
Why?
didn't think it was good or
I
fun.
thought it was interesting.
I mean, it was interesting, but it's not like the description. Like, let me just pull up the description real quick.
Well, I mean, it didn't
Alright.
start as like the guy who directed it. He was just like going to like it didn't start as like a murder for hire documentary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't it like he was just going to explore some like fucking animal stuffs?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
where he was with like the poisonous snake guy. Then all of a sudden, the guy bought a fucking tiger and it's sitting in the back of the van. Like, isn't that how it starts?
Yeah. He's like talking to some snake guy, and this guy's got like a snow leopard also in his car. He just bought like a venomous snake, and
Yeah.
it's like, I think it starts as like how easy it is to actually get exotic animals, and then it's like he meets Joe Exotic, and this guy's fucking nuts.
Okay, yeah.
He
So
is psychopath.
when I first saw it and like everybody's talking about it and they're like, "Oh, do you think Carol killed her husband or whatever?" I thought it was gonna be like this really cool murder mystery type of thing. It's nothing like that. That's why I was disappointed because like I like documentaries like that where like it's like a murder like and like the people trying to figure out what the mystery and like solve the mystery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just about the one guy and just like his life or
So
what happened
basically,
to him.
you just wanted it to be a police television show. Shut the fuck up, Siri. That's not even the phone I use.
Because there, I don't know if you guys have seen this. What is it called?
University on Grant Line Road in New Albany.
All right.
Is that the one you want?
Yeah.
No. I said phone I use apparently, and they were about. My phone was about to dial Indiana University
Well, you could always give him a call.
for the podcast.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Joey. I really enjoy those type of, like murder documentaries. By the way, here's what I was gonna say before we started filming, and you guys told me to save it. They're doing a documentary on ID Discovery, which is like the investigation channel. If you ever want to watch shit like that, I watch that every once in a while. They're gonna do one just specifically on Carol Baskin and her husband.
See that's something I would watch.
That's what I want to see. I mean, I liked the whole documentary. I'm kind of like the
I mean,
different side. But I do understand where you're coming from, because that was like what, episode 2 or 3, and then they really didn't touch on that again. It
mhm.
was kind of there the rest of the time, but it wasn't like they had like one episode where they really dug into that, and it seemed like pretty fucking clear that she did kill her husband, to me at least.
Yeah. Cause like just like before watching it, everybody on Twitter is like arguing over like both sides or whatever, and I thought the whole thing was gonna be about like, oh, who murdered this person or whatever, but they only really talked about it one episode, and like she's not even like the main character.
Yeah.
Quotes
Yeah, I
in the
don't
show.
think I've even gotten to the part where her husband dies, but I already knew the fucking spoiler, so it doesn't really matter. Because probably gonna watch it this weekend or something like that. But
another good like documentary series on Netflix, if you've seen it before, it's called "Don't Fuck with Cats."
I've seen that.
If you,
I've not seen it.
It's like the thing that I was expecting this to be like, where it's like these people trying to solve like a mystery.
That was fucking crazy. The only thing about that one is I couldn't watch while like they
Oh
showed the
yeah,
videos
definitely,
of
definitely,
that cats getting killed. Like I genuinely didn't
Jesus.
see a single part of that. But I do. It was like fascinating because this guy starts out killing animals, and then like
And I
these
just
people track him down. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Is it sort of like is it from his perspective?
No.
No.
It's basically just that this is one guy, I forget where he's from or something, Canada or some shit, and he
Yeah.
posted a video of himself just killing a cat online, and this group of Facebook people like teamed up to track him down, and like over like multiple years, and like he eventually became like a killer, like an actual killer. But like it's just a story about how like these normal people just on Facebook track him down, and that's what I thought was kind of cool about it.
Yeah, I
Yes,
mean
they
it's
got him.
yeah. He ended up. What did he kill? He killed one person, right, Joe?
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
I mean, without those people though tracking him down. I mean, granted, I remember like they wish they would have caught him before he killed any people.
Hmm.
But like he knew what he was doing. Like he was just like pissing these people off just until they caught him, and they actually ended up catching him.
Yeah,
And then
'cause,
like the craziest part about that is like he made up this other guy that was apparently in the picture. I forget the name that he had for him.
yeah, I know what you're
But
talking
he
about.
but there was never another person, and everyone thought there was another person. It's fucking
Because
crazy.
I just love things like that where it's like people just on the internet like don't actually have to like go like investigate in person. They just like research random crap on the internet. Like they found they found his social media, like his Facebook or something, and like they found a picture with him, and they used the background like buildings and everything to figure out like where he lived, and just
Yeah.
I just thought it was really cool how like
You know what's the
they
fucking
could just use
crazy?
Google Maps to do that.
The one part that was sad, and this is like this will show, because since James hasn't seen it, like how intense they were actually looking for this person. I think they actually ended up like going after this guy they thought was it, and he ended up fucking killing himself because that's how badly they wanted to find out. I think
Oh
it was
yeah.
like it was either episode 1 or 2. Like they thought they had this guy that was him. They did all this research, and then it's not him at all, and he just fucking kills himself because he's getting basically harassed online because they think it's him that's killing these fucking cats
So
and
in a sense, they killed that guy.
provoking.
Probably, yeah,
I mean,
basically.
technically, yeah. Which is really fucked up, but
Jesus.
that's how intense they were trying to find this fucking person, and they were gonna make sure that person knew that, you know, they're fucking crazy. Which the guy was, obviously.
Mhm.
I mean, you don't
But
even
in a
know.
sense, I guess they're also psychopaths for working this hard.
It's fucking crazy to me how they have all this fucking time to do that. You know what
Yeah.
I
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
they have it
were
now.
spending like hours on fucking Facebook and like Google and shit, like looking for him and like researching these videos.
Yeah,
They
because
probably
like
definitely have the time now, though.
they literally just started off as people that like loved cats and wanted to like figure out who the fuck this guy was that was killing cats.
You mean
And
like cat, as in like a kitten cat, or
Yeah.
like a
Oh, yeah,
fucking?
yeah,
he was,
Jesus.
like
like I said, I never looked, but it was kittens.
they showed like censored videos of what the guy did.
Who the fuck wants to see that?
No one.
No one, yeah.
That's the one part I was like, come on, you can just say it happened or show us like the corner of the screen just to prove it's an actual video, but like don't show us the actual fucking.
I mean,
I
they
just
they did blur it, but still like
yeah, I turned away to be
That's
completely honest.
terrible.
But yeah, I mean it was fucked, and then he ends up killing a person, and they track him down, and he's got like a huge ego. He had like this all planned out pretty much.
yeah, like he wanted to be like a model or something, and like
Mm-hmm.
it was just crazy.
Yeah, but they ended up finding him in like Germany. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He like just ran away to Germany, and they found him like using like a computer.
It's
and, like,
crazy because it was an international manhunt.
Yeah.
And like
That's insane.
it's funny because I mean this didn't happen. When did this happen, Joey? It's
It
not
was like 5 years ago or
2000
something.
yeah,
What the
2012
fuck?
I feel like was when it started. And like yeah, I don't know. Maybe we were too young, but like it's crazy how like all this shit can happen and then a documentary comes out like and you're like, "Oh, this is a fucking serious thing. How come I never heard about it when it was actually happening?" Like you think you'd know about an international manhunt, but
Mm-hmm.
Right.
it's fucking
Yeah, it
crazy.
says he gained international notoriety in 2010.
Oh, okay. So we were too
Yeah,
young.
I
But
mean,
still,
still,
like, I
because like
mean, no
I
one really knew about that.
yeah, I'm one of my friends, his parents are from Canada, and like I was just talking about this with them, and they're like, oh yeah, like we were like in the city that he was in when like stuff was going down, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like,
That's
okay.
crazy. It's like casual little Canadian. It's like, oh yeah, there's just a manhunt going on.
But
That's
yeah,
not a very Canadian thing to do.
No, it's not.
Kill another thing.
but yeah, they found out it was cool how like they found out he's like he lived in Canada because like they just saw like a gas station in the background of a picture or whatever and tracked down which gas
Really?
station it was.
That
I
was
think that's fucking cool though. Like
it
Yeah.
is.
just doing that kind of shit. Like that to me that's very similar to like playing like GeoClicker or
Yeah.
GeoGuessr,
Yeah,
GeoGuessr.
yeah.
I
Where
mean,
you
I
have
get
to like
you also
where
yeah,
you're
you
just
have to
guessing.
like yeah, use inferences, context clues, shit like that.
Yeah, I think that's sick.
And like
The
another
one thing is like you have to know your place though. Like you're not the authorities at the end of the day.
yeah.
Right.
And they were good about that, I feel like, except for like again, like when the guy ended up killing himself who wasn't the person, it was like a little bit like, okay, you guys need to like fucking relax because
Yeah, because I don't know. So I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch of times that they're trying to warn like the police about it, but they
yeah.
weren't listening to them.
It's not until literally he killed a person,
Yeah,
which is like fucked, but it's like I don't know, like there's obviously animal cruelty laws and shit like that, but like I feel
yeah.
like there's like isn't that like a thing that serial killers start out by killing animals?
I'm pretty sure that's like a thing.
So like go after him, like, like listen to these people. There was another thing on Netflix called Cold Case Files. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's like a very like standard investigation show, but like I like shows or like documentaries or even things on YouTube where like it goes unsolved and then like years later they solve it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit is cool to me. I think it's called Cold Case Files, but it was like 8 or 10 episodes and it was actually really fucking interesting. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean in
Nice.
terms of like the Tiger King, they really only covered what an episode and like maybe a few points throughout the rest of the documentary that had to do with Carol's husband.
Yeah. I mean, like I get that's not like the main focus of the documentary. Just that's what it seemed like everybody was making it out to be, which is why I was disappointed. But
Have
another
you seen Narcos?
I have not.
It's one of the better like it's sort of like it's not a documentary, but it's in a sense like sort of based off of what it was. Like it's a show. It's not. It's like fictional, but it's like based off of real life.
Realistic.
Yeah, it's
fiction,
realistic.
Yeah.
But it's really good, and it's very similar to how you said like the whole story about how they try to hunt him, but it also shows like Pablo Escobar's side of it too, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
It's also on Netflix if you're interested. It's
Mhm.
pretty fire. At least the first 2 seasons are. I haven't seen the third season because one of the main characters leaves because the whole like catching Pablo Escobar is only the first 2 seasons.
Isn't Jason Bateman in that?
I'm not sure who Jason Bateman is, but
No, wait, no, he's not. He's not. That's
the-
Ozark that he's in. I'm pretty
Is
sure.
Ozark any good?
I don't know.
I've had
That's
it
what
on
he's
just
in
like a list of maybe possibly watch this, but never,
Yeah, same.
never actually watched it yet.
Yeah, who's in Narcos?
um
I'm getting my shows confused.
main cast. Boyd Holbrook is and Pedro Pascal.
I have no idea who this
They're
people
not.
are.
I've never seen them in anything before this. So,
Oh, okay.
and then there's Wagner Moura, who's a Brazilian actor. So like, it's really not.
That's
know.
interesting, though. Yeah.
The one guy kind of looks like Ryan Gosling a little bit, low key.
Another thing that I like, and it's not like how do I say this? It's not like anything new, but do you know the podcast Serial?
No.
No.
So it's like it's about this I don't know, it's not a murder mystery, but because like a murder happened. So it happened, I forget where. It was in Maryland near us.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
To hear it. You love to hear it.
Let me just read a description because I suck at it describing it. All right, season 1 investigated the 1999 murder of this girl, an 18-year-old high schooler in Baltimore. And basically, like, so this kid, he was accused of murdering his ex-girlfriend at the time. And just like, and like, if you listen to like the story, everything just seems fishy. Like, you're like, wait, was he really the murderer? Shit like that. And just the host just like goes on like this whole like investigation, telling the story about what happened, and like trying to like find like little clues and stuff like that. And recently, like the podcast ended like the first season about the one with Anad Saeed, who's the character, happened. It was like released in 2014, but like just this past year, like there's like a whole like court case like relating back to him. So like it was just kind of cool, like listening to the podcast and then seeing like more stuff like unfold over like real time.
So what you're saying is the host of that podcast was the actual murderer.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's why you know so much.
Uh-huh. But yeah, it's just a really good fucking podcast.
That's interesting.
Like our podcast is probably number 1, but Serial's probably number 2.
Is this a podcast?
We don't know. There's no.
I mean,
what was the one on Netflix that happened in Maryland about like the fuck? I think it was called The Keepers or something.
I have no clue.
Fuck, but it was about the Catholic school in Baltimore, and some girl got murdered. It's been forever since I've seen it. It's been like probably like a year or two, but it like this guy was like molesting all these girls, and I know it's like a stereotype, but like he was molesting all these girls at this Catholic high school, and like apparently a few of them died and shit, and like it like brought up this debate of like repressed memory, like, oh, like, you know, you can come out and say you were sexually assaulted like years later, but it was just fucking crazy because there would be like one side of people who are like work like and like apparently the guy who did it like ran away to Ireland or some shit and like died there, which is like a sign he's guilty. But like people were like, oh, you can't just come out and say years later that you were molested, and I'm like, well, don't fucking say that because that's not true.
Yeah.
But it was fucking crazy. That's another. I'm just thinking of like something that happened close to us. That one's on Netflix too. I think it's called The Keepers.
Yeah, I see it right here. Doesn't say where it is, but I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think like it's crazy, like this and like Serial, like it happened literally just like right near where we live. So I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Here, I'm starting to remember it now. Well, I'm obviously fucking reading that thing. But it's starting to
jogging your memory.
Yeah. So it was the murder of a sister who worked there. So like it's the same as like like
it's a nun.
Yeah, she was the teacher. And she apparently it was a cover up. That's what I remember. I think she was trying to tell him that like, oh, this guy's been molesting these girls here.
Oh, and he just
then she died, and like he kind of disappears eventually. I don't know when exactly he disappears, but he's just not there anymore, and like he ends up dying somewhere across the world. I'm pretty sure.
It's kind of crazy.
Kind of wild. Oh, this podcast went from talking about Tiger King to now we're just talking about a bunch of like Netflix shows and shit about like murder mysteries and shit.
So that's what happens in podcasts, improvised podcasts. It's
kind of fire, yeah.
That's how how you get content, just talking about random shit that comes to your mind.
But one thing about Tiger King, and Joey can speak on, is like I found it weird that like I was on the side of Joe Exotic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
You know what I mean?
I don't know if I was
Like,
on the
not
side of any of
side,
them.
not on the side, but like he
Yeah.
was like the most likable character in the sense of like he's got personality and
Yeah.
you kind of like, but he's probably just manipulating the people who are watching it,
Yeah.
to be honest, because that's what he does. But
Yeah. The one guy, the doc guy, he was weird.
that guy
I thought
was
he was one of the
fucking-
weirdest out of all, because like how he just like would like take in women and just like.
Yes, that was fucking weird. And they would work for like $100 a week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you want to work
Yikes.
here and be successful, you got to fucking have sex with me. I was like, well, that's not okay.
Yeah.
But they were
I'm
just
sure that's
fucking
called a
doing it
sex slave.
to work with tigers, which is crazy to me. Yeah, I will say like I see the appeal in that, like working with exotic animals and owning an exotic animal.
But like
'Cause, like,
also like the appeal of like getting your fucking arm ripped off.
Yeah,
Not so
exactly.
much.
It's
I mean,
like,
that's what
oh,
that. I mean, do you care about spoilers, James?
No.
I mean, it's not
That
really a
literally
spoiler.
happens.
Yeah, there's one of the employees at the zoo
I've seen her
got her
arm
arm
get
ripped off.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah.
that's as much as I've seen. That's why I said that.
yeah, I feel like you have to like literally raise the tigers, but like they don't care about that. They just care about like the money. Most of the people on the show. Yeah, there was really like no likable characters at all, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
Carol was crazy. Joe was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The guy Jeff Lowe, who was like came in to invest or whatever. I
Oh yeah, and
forget.
he just
Yeah.
like stole the zoo basically.
Yeah, he was fucking nuts, but he like tried to play it off like he wasn't, but that shit was great. I feel like there's gonna be more shit that's gonna come out about all this. Kind of how you were talking about with that podcast, like how shit's gonna get like figured out and more people are gonna be dragged into trouble like after this shit cools off.
But yeah.
A lot of fucking characters in the Tiger King.
I'm interested to see what I mean like what really happens. Did you see that somebody on fucking asked the president about it?
I did see that.
So I follow Joe
Well,
Santagato on Twitter.
I didn't see the clip, but like I saw that.
Somebody actually asked him about it.
Hold on.
What?
They
like,
asked didn't they ask like, oh, are you gonna pardon?
Yeah, so I follow Joe Santagato on Twitter. Shout out Joe Santagato. He's fucking hilarious. And so this guy, CBS News tweeted out that some guy asks the president if he's seen the Tiger King thing, and then asks him at the end like, would he consider pardoning him for 20 because he's in prison for 22 years because of a like attempt to murder like plan or some shit like that, wherever the charge actually is. But yeah, and then like during this whole thing, like the whole pandemic, the thing that this fucking guy has to ask about is fucking Tiger King. Like,
Well, basically, it's like, why? Okay, here's the thing: the murder for hire. It's like that was one charge, but I'm pretty sure he also got charged with like animal cruelty type shit because he like killed 5 tigers. They dug up 5 tigers at the end. That's when I was like, wait a second, like maybe this guy is actually fucked.
Yeah.
But like you can't pardon someone for murder for hire. I feel like basically
doesn't make sense.
yeah. I mean, basically, like he basically asked, "Are you gonna let Joe Exotic free because he has a documentary?" Like I
Pretty
feel like
much.
there's no side to be taken at the end of the documentary. It's just like everyone is fucking nuts in the
I
tiger
was
industry.
like
No one.
like there were moments where I was like, should I root for Carol? Should I root for Joe? Should I root for this guy? But like, no, I
Nobody.
couldn't. Yeah,
Nobody.
I just had to watch.
Did you see the scene? Okay, the guy. I think it was James Garrettson, the guy who had the ugly ass haircut. And he was like he was the informant. He was the informant.
Yeah.
There's one scene where he's just on a fucking jet ski.
Oh yeah. It played like badass music.
Yeah, and it's like, what is the point of that scene?
You know who he reminded me of? He looked like the fucking Raiders. Was it the Raiders owner?
Yeah, he looks like fucking
Oh no, I saw a picture of the Raiders owner the other day. I was like, no wonder he likes John Gruden. They're basically
yeah, they
twins.
fucking look the same. What's that
Fucking
guy?
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis, yeah.
Fucking.
fucking
He literally has the same
haircut.
haircut.
That guy was sketchy, but like that scene, like he was like, "Oh, I was telling the FBI about all this," and then it's like moving on to like, "What's next for you?" And it's just like him on a fucking jet ski
Yeah.
for no reason.
Well, I mean, that's what's next for him.
Yeah, just going on a jet ski. You guys know Pardon My Take, the podcast on
Oh,
Barstool?
I know of it. I've
So-
never really watched
Yeah.
it.
So Big
Wait,
Cat,
that's Big Cat and what's
Yeah,
his name?
and PFT.
Yeah, I know who that is. Then I've
Big
seen
Cat,
that.
Big Cat had like someone on Twitter who's an artist paint a picture of that guy riding the jet ski. I never saw the final thing, but she was like streaming it at one point, and she was actually just drawing. Let me see if I can find
What
it.
the fuck?
Big Cat's so funny.
Big Cat's hilarious.
If you find it, I can literally put it up on the screen as well.
Let me find it.
I'd probably say I like Big Cat better than Prez.
Yeah,
That's another one. Do you like Prez?
I like Prez.
I think he's funny, but I think he's a little bit over the top sometimes. Like
I mean, he's a dickhead, but he's like a
that's
like.
what I mean. Like he's
Like,
funny,
I
but then
choose to
sometimes
like-
he goes too far with it.
I see that.
But I still fucking. I think it's. Have you seen
Well,
his
look,
like?
there's the one clip like so he like I feel like he's gotten better.
Yeah,
Well, like Barstool used to be
fucked up.
fucked. Like you couldn't get away with that shit today. And he didn't really get I don't know how he got away with it back then either. But like
Wait,
there's this
what?
clip.
What are you talking about?
Brand.
There's this clip of there's two things that like because they came out with a Barstool documentary series recently on
Really?
YouTube where you can watch like all the controversies and like how they became
I
where
kind of
they
see
are.
that.
Yeah, it's interesting. But like, okay, there's one time where he tweeted at so there was a picture like the paparazzi took that had Tom Brady's kid. This was way back, probably like probably his first kid. Was this James? Do you know is his first kid a boy?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was like, and he was fucking naked on the beach. It was like a private beach, and like Dave or someone at Barstool, I don't know if it was Dave, posted a picture. It was like, look at the fucking cock on Tom Brady's son.
Oh
Jesus.
no!
And I think the word was look at the howitzer on him, which is like
It's
I guess you could say slang, but it's like a gun, isn't it? Or like a
It's
weapon.
a German. I'm pretty sure it's a German. No, wait, hold on.
I feel like it's a
howitzer.
tank.
No, howitzer is a tank. Yeah, I think.
Tank. That's what it is.
Howitzer. It's a.
Either a tank or a bazooka.
It's no. A howitzer is artillery. It's the artillery cannons. Like so, you like think of like a stereotypical like artillery.
Which okay, I will give Dave this that or whoever wrote that. I will like that's a funny like that's a funny descriptive word. It's just a fucking child. That's the problem. It's a child. But I mean, it turns out like I mean Brady and Dave are cool now. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
they're fucking funny. Like they're like the Kentucky Derby was last year. Brady was wearing like Brady took a picture with Dave and they let Dave wear his hat or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Which I think is dope. But
Yeah. So and there was another thing where oh, it was so fucked. I forget what it was. I just they were like I forget what it was, but like he was on like Inside Edition or like E News, like one of those drama channel like not channels, but like
Drama alert.
yeah,
He
pretty
was
much
on
drama
Drama
alert,
Alert?
but on TV. Like those like you know like those
like the TMZs of television.
yeah,
like,
that type shit. And they were like I forget what it was, but they were like, "Do you find that funny?" And it was something that clearly was like not really funny. And he was like, He was like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "Do you find that offensive?" Clearly, I don't. He's just like a dickhead.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, like, he puts it how it is. He's very straightforward about how he feels about stuff, and like I respect it.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with how he goes about some stuff, but like I
Mhm.
respect it.
I mean, yeah, I don't really know much about the Barstool characters or anything. But
Yeah, I mean, Big Cat is
Big
Probably.
Cat's very tame, but he's also like very funny.
he's
Like
funny.
in terms of like he's not tame, but like
He's not
way
as
over the
controversial
top.
as Dave.
Right. Yeah.
Trying to find that.
oh, we're missing the 2K, the NBA 2K players tournament. Then what the fuck?
No.
Wait, did you see the clip of Ronnie 2K?
Where he was like talking about like DeMarcus Cousins or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
What did
should.
he say?
So they were setting up the tournament, and apparently they sent everyone, or like everyone was supposed to get an Elgato so they could stream their perspective. And
Right.
Boogie Cousins didn't have one.
Okay.
And Ronnie 2K is like just starts to stream, or is like on stream, doesn't know he's on stream, and he's like talking to some other person. He's like, yeah, DeMarcus Cousins doesn't have an Elgato. He's always such a dick. He just says that on stream.
Rest in peace. There
And
goes that
people are like,
relationship.
well, and people are like, fire Ronnie 2K, and like he's still there apparently.
And like, it could be much worse if we're being honest. Like, there's much more worse things that you could say, but like, you got to be more respectful than that.
Yeah.
Like, if it's like a relationship, like if they have like a good friendly relationship, that's one thing. But like, if it's like a business relationship, you can't be saying that about somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be like that sometimes though. So
Yeah, no, that's
I joined a what's it called league today, or this I'm joining a what's it called I'm joining an NHL 20 league. I think I told you guys about that. I might not have.
the
What?
the Eashel.
Yeah, Ishel. And so, I always want to see like hockey get more involved in like esports, like how NBA has this whole NBA tournament. Like that's one of the worst 2K games in recent history.
Oh yeah, that's a shitty.
And that's the game, and they're having like it's what's out, so that's what they're playing the fucking shit on. But like this is one of the best NHL games in recent history, in my opinion. And they don't even have fucking esports. They have the only esports they have is the World Gaming Championship for NHL, because they have like it's like a $50,000 tournament, like grand prize or something like that, where they have one tournament. And I don't even know how it starts. Like, it's not like big at all.
Yeah, $50,000. It's a lot, but it's nothing compared to other tournaments that are out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I just want to see them get more involved, because I think it's very easy to get like teams in that, because it'd be like having if 2K has like how 2K has the 2K league, where it's like basically the My Player League, essentially. It's like that, but it would be NHL essentially, which I think would be dope. But also, like, did you see like there's EA Sports NHL was just simming the rest of like the regular NHL season?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I saw a bit of that. I saw like stuff
the
about
Flyers. The Flyers are taking it like
the Flyers were on a tear right before it ended, right?
Yeah, right before it ended, the Flyers had won like 9 of 10, or they won 10 of 11, and then the season got stopped.
How many games are in a season?
82.
Oh, okay.
I think they're like 60 games in or close to that. But so like the NHL, like this EA Sports NHL is running like a simulation, and the Flyers Twitter is just like live tweeting it and shit. Like when they play their game, they'll like tape it and like live tweet it. And today they did like they took the what's it called, the Flyers like social media person, and like did like a post game interview with one of the players that did well in the EA like in the NHL game, and like they're like making the most of it, which I think is hilarious. They really had he had like a whole interview and talked about like a pregame speech that the team gave based off for a video game that they're not even playing. I don't know. It's just like the good that you can see coming from all this. Like,
yeah. I mean, you gotta go about it in some way.
James, we're talking about bad stuff, not good stuff, okay?
Oh, is that the painting of the guy?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that. His hair. Oh my god.
I know, but it was just like it's such a random scene. We can put that up on the screen. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think social media accounts are really important to sports teams. So it's like, how do you go about it? Are you gonna like be like, oh, we missed the game? Or are you gonna like embrace it like the Flyers have?
Yeah, the Flyers always do a good job trolling. I mean, it's the Flyers though, so you just expect trolls in general. Like their mascot is literally the biggest troll of all time.
Oh, didn't he punch someone?
Yeah, I remember.
Shout out Gritty.
Fucking, like,
no,
pushed a kid or
the
something.
charges got dropped.
I know. That's
so hashtag free Gritty. You know.
Yeah, I mean he's freed now. What was it?
He's been spending too much time with Rocky.
What did he? Was it a kid or?
Yeah, it was like
that's such a great story. A mascot just clocks a kid.
But of all the teams, it had to be the Flyers.
Well, it's fucking Philly.
What do you expect?
If you're gonna clock a kid, it's gonna be in Philly.
You love to see it.
There's some crazy stories about fucking Philly fans.
Oh, dude! Even when I went to the Patriots Eagles game this year, I'm just walking down the street in a Brady jersey, and fucking any fucking time I walk past somebody, they just turn and just say "fuck you." Like it's not anything ever clever either. It's just "fuck you."
Hey, if you're wearing a Brady jersey, kind of deserve it.
But like, be clever about it. Like at least in hockey, they chirp you and you come up with some fucking clever ass shit. If you're walking down past some drunk fucking 30-year-old at a tailgate and he just turns around and he sees a fucking 19-year-old Patriots fan and he just says "fuck you," and so it's like be clever about it at least, you know.
I actually saw something. This is kind of changing the topic of Philly fans, but I saw like I don't know if you guys know Darren Ravel. He's like a dickhead on Twitter, but like he said there was this poll that said 72% of whatever was surveyed, sports fans, said they wouldn't go to a sporting event until there was a coronavirus vaccine. Like granted, whenever like sports started back up and people were allowed back in, which could be who knows how fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But like 70-something% I think it was said that they wouldn't go. I just want to get your guys' thoughts on that because that
I'm
was like
fucking
kind of
going.
surprising because like I'm like put me behind home plate at the baseball game
For
put me-
$7. Yeah, I'm down.
yeah,
wait a minute.
like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'll be in the front, like I'll be getting autographs while you guys are staying home. Like I'm sorry to be like a dickhead about it, but
I mean, I'm going.
I'm ready to go to sporting events as soon as I fucking can.
I'm ready to go.
Who's trying to go
Like,
to a nose
I
game?
just miss it.
Yeah, I do want to go.
Hey,
Here-
we don't
you
have
know
to
what
worry
would be
about
the
social
greatest-
distancing there.
Yeah, the greatest. Yeah, you can like if the Orioles season started normally, like pretend this shit like didn't happen, you would still like be socially distancing. Because there's just not enough.
6
fans.
feet apart.
Yeah.
You'd just be like two. Like I mean, for opening day it would be full, but then like every game after that it'd be fucking empty unless they're like giving a bobblehead away or some shit.
And even
Yeah.
then, it's still bad.
Yeah, but like
Because who wants the bobbleheads for the players on that
I don't
team?
know.
you
I used to trap other. Get them. I'd list them on eBay while I was.
While you sat in the first inning.
Yeah, yeah, and I think like $60 because people want them. It's just like you could have bought a cheap ass ticket to the game and gotten it for cheaper. You know that, right? Like you could have gotten it. You could have gotten a ticket from the guys selling them on the way to the stadium for cheaper and gotten the bobblehead. But
Tickets, yeah.
yeah,
Buy dicks, man.
I kind of see it though. Like I'm like, if there's not a vaccine, then like how long will this shit linger around?
Right. I mean, like, even if you look at like in China, they just had their lockdown lifted in Wuhan.
Yeah.
So
It's
like,
fucking
if you look, which is crazy, which it gives hope at least, I think.
Yeah, but they also had like a lockdown. Like
I mean, we need one of those.
we're like, oh, you can go out if you need to, or like if it's essential, which basically like you could. I mean, you could make up a reason to be out for essential purposes. Like getting groceries is essential, but like
No, it's not. You don't need groceries. It's not essential.
but like
GameStop
still-
essential.
yeah, gamers. No, but like you think about it, like well, I haven't been to the grocery store since the state is shut down. I did go like a week before the state shut down, and it's like I still feel like there's way too many people out. Like I don't know. I also see people like walking around, and I'm just like, I just
mean,
don't like people walking. I'm sorry.
I went for a run.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
You know what
that
I
go for a
hate? You
walk.
know what I hate?
Fuck
The
you guys
thing-
that want
okay.
fresh air.
The one thing about those people, like I don't have a problem like going outside and getting fresh air, but just don't walk on the fucking road. I hate those people.
Sidewalk, you're good, but
Like,
the road, fuck.
Like Jesus, you're not a fucking car. Just get on the side.
I went
That's what
for.
Yeah, but
went for a
I'm
run.
all for people going on runs and walk. And
I
getting
went for a
fresh air.
run the other day, and there's so many people outside.
I know that's the thing. I'm also
Like-
like, it's like, oh, you're just doing what everyone else is doing.
Well,
Go
no,
to
it's
a
not even
fucking
that.
park.
It's just like there's nothing else to do, so people literally are just going outside again, and it's kind of nice to see. Because like you think back to when we were like still growing up, like that's what we didn't play video games as much as we do now. We literally would just go outside and play wiffle ball or play football or just do something.
Yeah.
and it kind of like as bad as this situation is, it's kind of bringing me back to my childhood.
I see that.
It's kind of lit, actually. I was playing with ball the other day.
We're gonna have to come over and play.
I'm down, dude. Like I already, I gotta. My mom said, "Joe, you can cut this part out, by the way."
I know I'm keeping it in.
Okay, whatever. I'll tell you. I'll tell you after, man.
All right.
I don't care. I'll cut it out.
No, it's fine. We'll just go after.
But yeah, I mean, I understand that. Like, you can I don't know, like fresh air is so much more important all of a sudden. So you
Like,
can,
especially
I've been thinking like I've been thinking like one of these days I'm just gonna like go on a drive just to like listen to music and go on a drive. You know what I mean? Just drive
even
nowhere.
Hogan recommended that. Just go for a fucking drive,
Yeah,
like a
just
leisurely
drive
drive.
nowhere. Like I'm just gonna drive nowhere and just fucking like blast music because like that's just like I don't know. You're used to driving to work and driving fucking everywhere to do shit every day, and like I couldn't tell you like before this shit happened, like the last time I like went a day without like driving somewhere, even if it was down the street. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's fucking weird feeling. I need to get back in my car though, just for the purpose of like
getting used, like just doing something other than sitting home all day.
yeah.
I mean, that's what I did before this. I drove like for a few minutes just to make sure my car battery wasn't dead.
There you go. There you have it, folks. Check those car batteries.
Actually, though, because they have a shitty old car like mine.
Yeah. I'm like, my luck, I'll just get back in my car. Like, today's the day I'm gonna go on a fucking drive, and it'll fucking break down. It'll just like my car will be just fucking like, sorry, you're not allowed to go on a drive.
I miss going to Old Reliable.
Yeah, you missed the restaurants.
I do.
It's not even like, here's the thing though, like we were going Old Reliable, by the way, to the viewers, if there are any.
No.
Is an Asian restaurant. So like I feel like you think of eating out. Like we were eating like good quality, like good for you if depending on what you got. Like if you get sushi, like shit like that.
It's not bad for you.
Yeah, like
Pretty healthy.
It's not like we were going to McDonald's every day. Like, oh, I miss going to.
Wait, we weren't.
I don't know the last time I actually like straight up went to McDonald's.
I haven't been to McDonald's in like
Yeah. Now
like
that you
6
mention it,
months.
I can't even think the last time I went to McDonald's.
But it's crazy because we used to go like that was a childhood thing. I mean that's like a lot of people's childhood, obviously, but like
I never even liked McDonald's when I was younger either. I'm more of a Chick-fil-A guy.
I mean, like we mentioned last time with all the fast food stuff. I like McDonald's, just I can't eat McDonald's. Like,
I had Five Guys last night. Fire.
Oh, so you're not social distancing?
No.
Okay.
you order it?
I didn't. We ordered it, and my dad went and picked it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I picked up food for the family last Friday. Just because you want to like from a local place, like somewhere that's not like a chain, just to support them, and like they had like a sign like only one person can come in to pick up their food at a time. It's just like it's crazy.
Wait in line.
Yeah, so basically like you had to like wait. I don't know. I was like, they were like, oh, it's curbside pickup, and then I had to walk in somewhere. So I was like, well, there you have it. I'm fucking gonna die. No,
Did you get tested?
Yeah, no. I'm not. They're not sticking that fucking shit down my nose. There's no way.
It's just the same thing as a flu test.
Yeah, it's a flu test.
I don't get flu tests.
Well,
I don't get sick. I just don't get sick, to be honest. I get allergies.
He's immune.
I have allergies right now.
I seriously, I just get allergies, and that's it. Like I know it's allergies.
Like my allergies are really bad right now, which is the worst because anytime you fucking cough or sniffle, everybody thinks you have coronavirus now.
Yeah, then just
Just don't.
Just go out and start coughing.
I had the flu at like
It's a social experiment.
the best time. Like,
Yeah.
obviously you don't want to get the flu at all, but like I had it right before the coronavirus stuff started
What's
happening.
funny is we joke with you, Joey.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
Well,
virus.
like-
in fucking China at that time.
I got like super fucking sick, and then as soon as I started to get healthy again, it was the first case was like found in Maryland,
Yeah.
which made me like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I had. I mean, like I even got flu tested. It wasn't the flu, so who knows what I actually had.
And it's one thing that I hate about being sick. It's trying to eat stuff that you like while you're sick, and then like when you recover, trying to eat the same thing. I just
It
feel
doesn't taste the same.
no. I feel like I'm sick again, because
Oh, really?
like being in college, like obviously just ramen noodles, whatever. That's just my like a snack that I have when I miss dinner or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And when I had the flu, I had tried having ramen, and it just killed me. Like I made me feel like shit. And so after I recovered from the flu, I tried eating it, and I just made me feel like shit again. And now and now every time I think about eating ramen,
that's like
it just makes me feel like I'm sick
It's
again.
like ginger ale for me. Like my parents, whenever I would have like a stomach bug, I would drink ginger ale. And so like I can't drink ginger ale other than that.
Yeah, just the thought of me eating it makes my stomach feel bad.
It's like when you drink something and you get so fucked up that you throw up, so then you can't drink that thing again.
I know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna be honest, that's happened a couple times to me, but you know, it's like that. Like you have like a memory that like comes out when you like drink or eat something. Like there's certain things I legitimately can't drink, like alcohol wise, just because.
Well, you can't drink alcohol at all, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. I can't.
Never done it. He's never done it before either.
I don't even know what it's like. So.
But yeah,
imagine
no, that's
I
weird.
imagine it just tastes like soda.
It does. It does. I mean, I wouldn't know, but it probably does.
It does. I wouldn't know, but it does.
Yeah, that's why people.
What my parents told me.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, it's a fun time. I don't know. Just make sure to drive. I mean, don't drive. I'm kidding. Yeah, that's weird though, Joey. That like, it's weird how like your body can like remember like experiences with food and drinks and shit like that.
I mean, I even do that with like music. Like
yeah.
Fuck if you listen to a song around the same time that something shitty happens, I can't listen to that song again. Otherwise, all I think about is that like it's like crazy that you associate certain things with stuff no matter what it is. Like music, games, movies, like whatever it is.
Yeah. No, I get that way with music because like you go through some shit and you're like listening to
super sad fucking music.
Yeah, and it's like usually like a few songs that are like consistently in the rotation when you're like going through some shit. So like when you hear them again, you're like, why the fuck? Like I'm hanging out with friends and I'm playing a song that I like. Why the fuck do I want to cry right now? Like you know what I mean?
I feel that.
This shit is. But yeah, for sure, I get that. That's one that's like weird because like I don't know, I like the genre of like kind of like sad music even when I'm in a good mood. So then like when I'm listening to that shit, I'm like, why do I want to feel sad? Like I'm not in a bad. It's just this is the kind of music I like.
I just want to feel something, man.
Yeah, I do like that kind of music though. Like sad vibe music is kind of like my shit.
Shout out you, Dior.
Yeah.
I feel like we should do next Friday have our podcast be a music podcast. Like we talk about our favorite music.
Yeah, we could do that. We should come up with lists.
Yeah.
Prepare them. No, but just like top 10s or something.
Yeah, I feel
Number 15.
Burger King foot lettuce.
All right.
You know that guy makes music?
What?
Chills. I swear to God. I was at like I was with some people like a long time ago, a year or two ago, and we were like watching the Burger King foot lettuce video. And then like he's like, make sure to or like we watched another one because like sometimes it's like interesting, even though his voice is fucking annoying, like he has interesting videos that kind of like get you scared a little bit. Like he'll do like theories and like yeah. And he was like,
or just like creepy things found on the internet.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, check out my music. And like we listened to it, it was like, why this guy? Like, why? Why?
What kind of music is it?
It's rap.
What the fuck?
Let me find it.
Wait, I can send a link or something. I can play. I can actually just play it, and the podcast can hear it.
Yeah.
But I cannot imagine this him rapping. Like if I could,
it's not as bad as I expected, to be completely honest.
If I had to like make a guess of what kind of music he would make, just like dubstep or like just like techno music. Like,
fucking yeah.
Rap music.
Or should you expect like opera singing?
That would be
fucking something else.
Oh god, he has a whole mixtape now.
Oh no.
Oh lord.
Let me see if I can find the song I listened to, because it was somewhat bearable. Like I could actually kind of listen to it without being like, "Oh, shut this off."
pause. No, don't fucking play yet, chills.
And the guy that's featured in this video is just, I don't know how he knows this other guy, but he just doesn't seem like he would know Chills at all.
Wait,
By the way,
where is Chills from? Like, does he have an accent of like some country?
nah, I don't know. He just seems American to me.
You ready?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Turn up a bit.
That's
You
as high
can.
as it gets.
All right.
It's like an actual music video too, which is like,
Is it backwards for you guys?
no.
Hold on, was that Monster Mini Golf?
Yeah. That's him though. That's him right now. That white kid.
Yeah.
And then that fucking guy, I don't know who that is.
That's the clown.
That's Easy Mac.
That's the
featured.
clown.
Yeah, he's at Monster Mini Golf. I don't know how where those are around the country, but
But like,
imagine it's the one that we live near.
I'd rather not imagine that.
Went on my way. I've been alright. I've been like good. I've been okay. You wanna go?
why is he so like? He's just like.
He's big. Like he's
Yeah.
I thought he'd be like a nerdy ass fucking scrawny kid.
It doesn't even sound like him.
Yeah.
Clark Kent.
Like how he talks in the videos.
I mean, like. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but it's not.
It just sounds like typical.
It's very monotoned. He has no emotion. He has the same pose. He's the same fuck.
Yeah.
Had to do it to him pose and everything.
Yeah. I want to read the comments. Do people actually like that? One person
The comment's
said
just gonna be
other-
like number 15.
He said
Burger
what?
King
It
clothes.
says yeah.
Like,
Oh, they're roasting him. One says other rappers wear loose clothing, face tats, and bling. Chills dresses like a real estate agent on Casual Friday.
I like how he just has like snow gloves on, but then like.
Yeah. One says he looks like a high school quarterback.
True.
Guys. Where's the Easy Mac?
He's just standing there.
Yeah, you can cut off
That's
the.
that's gonna be enough for me.
Alright, so here's the
But
thing.
it doesn't sound any like you can kind of see it, but like it shows you that like the voice he uses in his videos is just like why? Like why do you use that voice for videos when it's not even your voice?
Yeah.
Who are you trying to like? What are you trying to do? Yeah, they're fucking roasting him in the comments.
Yeah.
They roasted the fucking guy featured.
They
Too.
said-
Who is he?
Easy Mac.
How does Chills
You don't know Easy Mac?
Yeah, how do they know each other? How does fucking Chills know Easy Mac?
I just reached out
Did he
for a
pay for a feature? Yeah.
But like, what I want to know is, like, I just don't. How does he have no energy? He just everything is. And it's all the same
Yeah. Yeah, I just
Not a
don't.
fan, but like, it could be worse.
Yeah, it's honestly like when I heard it, I was like, wait, this isn't as bad as I expected.
Right.
But it's also like,
Any truers?
who the fuck is Easy Mac? I'm still fucking confused. And before they're like best friends. Oh, we grew up together.
Just like polar opposites.
Yeah.
But
Shout out Tommy.
I guess that's gonna wrap up episode
Yeah.
3
That'll do it.
of this talking segment. Not gonna call it a podcast because we don't even know
Is,
what it
is it one? I'm not
It's
sure.
just, yeah, it's just a talking segment.
Allegedly.
But yeah. So thanks for watching. Check out our previous 2 episodes.
Yes, sir.
Check us out on Twitter as well. Put
Link down below.
our Twitter handles down in the description and up on the screen. You've probably seen
Any
it.
followers? Any followers?
You've probably seen it the screen by now if you've watched this long into the video, but they're there. Yep. So thanks for watching.
See ya.